In a previous video, I spoke to you about where you should not buy land in Accra. In this video, I'm going to talk about the situation happening in Weija, which is in Accra, the capital city of Ghana. Just this week, there were serious flooding reports at Weija, Choice, and surrounding areas. And this has been an issue which happens every single year to the point where I am just tired and fed up. And you'd be amazed at how much land costs at Weija. You can get a portion of land or a plot of land between 120,000 to 150,000. Some people are even selling theirs for as high as 200,000 or 400,000. And this place gets flooded every single year. It's just crazy. So let's talk about it. Coming up next. Now, if you haven't been in Ghana, you would be wondering what kind of rains caused the place to flood. Well, you'll be shocked that there was no rain. There's a dam in the area, right? And in Ghana for the past couple of weeks or months, it's been raining consistently, but that is not the reason why the area was flooded. The area wasn't flooded because of the rains. The area was flooded because the dam was overflowing. And so the authorities needed to open the spill gates so that the dam walls don't break. Now, the surrounding communities typically get flooded when the spill gates are open, but this year's own has been the worst in the past 15 years because one, people have built on the waterways, and in the video reports that you are seeing on your screen, there was even an architect who has also built and was complaining to the government to do something about the situation. And just watch this video. I will come back and talk about it.
Dabi ebi kada nyama na say nso akọ.
But it is a wood and so nima e wo mu fie wa te sen.
Nso odo mi ha se. Nso odo mi ha se mi kon ha se.
O man ye dodo sen na o de o mu.
Pastor mi ba na etu, mi sister ba so ka ho.
Etu de o mu nyina e ko.
Patro ina ka ho, e ko dan so mai.
Okay, so that was just sad. That's just crazy. People have lost their livelihoods. People need to evacuate. People need to carry their family members away. And it just worries me why, as a people, we can't just do the right thing. We can't always be blaming the government. I wonder who gave the permits for all these houses to be built on the waterways. Who gave the permits? All those people need to be held responsible. Now, for you, my dear viewer, if you are considering buying land in Accra and the person says, oh, I have some good land at Weija, the price is good, the area is by the roadside, you need to think about it critically because that area always gets flooded each and every year for the past 15 to 20 years. And so these are some of the things that you can do. One, ensure that you go and check out the land before you buy, in case you want to buy land in Accra or anywhere in Ghana. One, ensure you go check out, inspect the land, go with a surveyor, somebody who has experience. The same way you are not going to buy a brand new car without going with a mechanic to check to see if the car is in good condition. It's the same way you should not buy land without getting somebody who is knowledgeable in land quality, soil quality, and all that, the topography, to give you expert advice before you commit your thousands and thousands of dollars. Secondly, you need to go, like I said in the previous video, to check out your lands when it has rained, and also talk to the people who live there to find out the history of flooding in the area before you make any purchase. Really, really, really important. And just avoid Weija, Tetegu, Kaswa areas. I know that people who live in Weija and Kaswa are going to come for me, but experience and history has taught us that this situation is not going to get resolved anytime soon. Now, the dam, people were complaining in the video that the dam has not been dredged in a very long time since it was built. And so each year when it rains, sand particles and other particles, have filled the bottom of the dam. So the capacity of the dam to take in water has reduced. And so the government needs to do some bit of dredging. But then people also throw their old furniture, their fridges, all their waste materials into the dam, right? And choke the waterways. And water is water. When it rains, it would need to find an alternate path if its main path is blocked. And that's why we are having all these situations. For a place with the cost of land as high as 120 to 200,000 or even 400,000, that's between $12,000 to $40,000. You don't need to make this mistake. So let me hear your comments below, and then we're also going to take some of the comments from people who watch the videos. So somebody said, this is exactly what happens anytime it rains heavily. It shows that people are on waterways. Somebody also said, excellent, keep on putting buildings in the waterways. Continue, continue, and continue. This is exactly what you are looking for, and you've got it. Well done. Somebody also said, poor innocent children, poor school children. Hope they are protected by the adults who brought them there. Sorry for the adults. Who is responsible for this? Will the situation be the same next year? Richmond says, it saddens my heart when I see things like this, but our people are hard-headed. They were warned not to build in and around waterways, but they don't listen. In fact, the government previously have gone to break down structures on the waterways, but after breaking them down, people go and reconstruct their buildings, apartments, and more. Somebody said before this community was formed, they were warned. Somebody said the MC is making a lot of sense, but it's practically reversed. The rains have been coming in heavy this time in Ghana. Ghana Water Company Limited should have expected that the dam will be tested to its capacity and put the necessary things in place in order not to spill large volumes all at once. Somebody also said 2 plots of land over there were sold to my sister in the dry season. We had no idea it was waterways. She built apartments on the land, and now look at what has happened. Since they knew it was waterways, why was the land over there sold? You shouldn't put all the blame on the people. I feel sad for her and her sister because 2 plots of land will cost about anywhere between 200 to 500,000 Ghana cedis over there. And she has also invested money in the apartments, and now she's losing it. And somebody also says, I believe that the water company could find a route for the water. There should be a better way. They have to send it underground. Perhaps a civil engineer is needed. If you are watching and you are a civil engineer, share your thoughts in the comments below. Now somebody also says, what hurts me most about this country is they only wait to watch and hear about the news. Just creating the news, but nothing will be done. Nana Kwame says, I understand the plight of the inhabitants of the towns downstream and the other neighboring towns, but what they are asking for cannot be done. Spill gates are only open for the purposes of relieving the dam of the excess water that may cause damage to the dam, which will eventually result in fatalities. Somebody also said, nothing works in this country. How can this happen? So this place isn't supposed to be habited, yet they have electricity and no other amenities. Are we okay as a country? This is a very relevant question. Somebody also says, please, please, please don't build on waterways, right? So basically that's the core of the problem. There's a waterway, people have built expensive apartments on it, blocking the flow of water, and now the water has taken over. Look at the level of flooding. Look at the displacement of people. Look at all these challenges. Share your thoughts below and ensure if you are buying land in such areas, you do all your due diligence before buying. Thanks be brave for watching. If you haven't yet subscribed and you are new to this channel, kindly consider subscribing because we have more amazing content coming your way. We give you daily or weekly prices of the most commonly used building materials, and we share the tips for building, buying, and renting in Ghana and other places. And also like and share this video if you found it helpful. Thanks, be brave.